with us as we show you the traits of a traditional war hero.
I'm Grace.
I'm Emily.
I'm Bianca.
And I'm Jackie.
Heroism originated in Greece. The Greek word heros is the origin of the word, which means hero. Professor Mary Beard explained that ancient Greeks invented the idea of heroism. It first appeared in Homer's Iliad, which describes the first great war of history between the Greeks and Trojans. Although the Greeks' definition was very broad, the hero often held a high leadership position and was very well known. However, in World War I, the idea of an anonymous hero arose, which included unknown individuals who made great sacrifices in war, but may not have had any leadership position. Beard describes the present view of heroism between a high-ranking war official and a normal soldier. She states, "I couldn't help thinking that, whatever their view on the war in which they served and died, these were heroes, both of them, not to mention, as I feel sure, the sons of heroic mothers." Traits of a traditional war hero.
A trait of a traditional war hero is sacrifice, and a poem that shows this trait is Tula Costa, Going to Wars. In this poem, there was a quote that said, "I could not love thee, dear, so much loved I not honor more." This quote resembles sacrifice because it shows what he had to give up, and in this case, it was leaving his partner to go to war and fight for his country. And another poem that shows sacrifice is The Charge of the Light Brigade. And a quote in this poem is that, "Into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600. This shows how they marched in knowing that the death would be an outcome for some of the soldiers, but still continued to march for their country. The war that the soldiers took part in and that caused many deaths was the Crimean War, which was caused by religious differences between multiple countries.
The Song of the Mud states, "The impertinent, the intrusive, the ambiguous, the unwelcome," and that references to the mud, and it talks about how excruciating the feeling and the weight the mud adds to the soldier through their long journey. This exemplifies endurance because they must keep on going even when conditions are hard. In Dulce et decorum est, it says, "Many men had lost their boots but limped on, bloodshot." This quote shows how endurance is exhibited by a war hero because a true war hero fights through pain and blood even when they have to march without their boots on in conditions that are unbearable.
During World War I, British soldiers were attacked with chlorine gas, a fast-acting and poisonous death sentence. The imagery of this quote highlights the gruesome realities of war that highlight why courage is a characteristic for anyone entering the war. This first-hand look at war undermines the saying "Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori," which means how sweet and honorable it is to die for one's country.